Hi, I'm Nick Shell. Here is my deep thought of the day, my revelation. Here's what I've been going through. I think, especially as men, we think back to, man, if I only knew this then my life would have turned out different. I would have made this decision or this decision. And I don't know if it's all men, but I definitely know that I've constantly done that my whole life. I mean, it's that paradox. If only you knew this now, what you know now, then, wow, you could have made such better decisions. You could have got so much farther in life and all that stuff. But anyway, where I'm at right now, I'm thinking, should I have been a lawyer? And by the way, I recognize that I may not be pronouncing that word right. Where I was raised, it's called lawyer, apparently. But where my wife's from in California, they say lawyer. But if you practice law, then it's lawyer. That only makes sense. But either way, I'm fascinated by lawyers. It was last month or 2 months ago, Making a Murder on Netflix. What a fascinating show. And the real heroes of that series were Stephen Avery's lawyers. I was so fascinated by their ability to not only solve these mysteries and point out loopholes, but also to be able to sell that. Even though they ended up not winning in the end, but still they did a great job. They did everything to their ability. And then my new favorite show on Netflix right now, really the only show I'm watching right now, is what's it called? Better Call Saul. Season 1 is now on Netflix, and I love that show. And it's about a guy who's trying to become a legitimate lawyer, but he's a little bit shady, and you can see that struggle with him. But something, I haven't always been this intelligent. I haven't always been this emotionally intelligent either. You know, it's only in recent years that I realized how much emotions get in the way of life. And as a man especially, when you no longer allow anyone to hurt your feelings at all, not even your immediate family, so no one has the ability to hurt your feelings. And when you're in traffic and someone cuts you off and you're not emotionally affected by that because you realize, what does it matter? They're not an idiot or a jerk just because they did that. Whether I approve of them doing that or not, it doesn't affect my blood pressure. It doesn't affect my emotions. I realized to stop worrying about things I couldn't control. And I think as a lawyer, that's a lot of what you do. You remove yourself from emotions. You look at the logistics of exactly what's going on. And also you allow other people to be the emotional people. And I've made a video about this before, about how to win an argument, like 5 steps to win an argument. I highly recommend you watch that video. It's very underrated. No one's watched it, but it's very good. So please look up that video where I talk about 5 simple steps to winning an argument. But that seems to be a part of what lawyers do. They let other people be emotional, and then they write down or mentally take notes of all the the craziest things that person says, and then hold it against that person because it shows that that person is being irrational. But if you're not an emotional person and instead you just focus on the facts, you just get further in life is what I'm learning. So this isn't stuff I learned until very recently. I mean, in the last really year or so, but this is vital information. So I'm fascinated by lawyers. I mean, it's like I'm 35 next month. I don't think I have a desire to go to law school and do all that now. But man, I think lawyers are cool people. Now, granted, not all of them are. You know, you've got those ones that have all the commercials that are, what are they called, ambulance chasers. You know, but I didn't used to respect lawyers. I used to think of them as politicians because I definitely don't respect politicians. I mean, I'm the stereotypical millennial who's looking at this election thinking, those are the people I have to vote between, those two extremes. Then why would I carry the way about any of that? So, I mean, I see politicians as a joke. I firmly do. It's all hilarious and nothing more. There's nothing serious about politicians. It's a game. It's a circus. It's a contest. That's all it is. And so I definitely don't respect politicians, but I respect lawyers now. It's an interesting thing, this interpretation of the law. And to think that technically they have to be very good at manipulating people, but hopefully for the right reasons. That's fascinating to me. I have a respect for lawyers. I didn't before, now I do. So again, a lot of it happens to do with Netflix, Making a Murder, and Better Call Saul. Those are my deep thoughts of the day.